Jai Hind to all. I am Dr. Sarika Tyagi, Associate Professor, Sardar Patel, Subharti Institute of Law, Swami Vivekanand, Subharti University. Welcome you all in this virtual workshop on career counseling. I feel privileged to get an opportunity to conduct this important program, and hopefully this program will lead a futuristic path towards law aspirants, because today we are going to discuss about the future in legal profession. Because when we talk about the career counseling, so career is more than a job. It is a long-term pursuit that can provide you the personal fulfillment, financial stability, and a sense of purpose. And the importance of choosing a career lies in its ability to provide direction and focus for your goal. And aspirants that are choosing a career, that is more important because it can have a big impact on your future, including your identity, lifestyle, income, and more. Choosing the right career path is a crucial decision that can impact a person's entire life. It involves selecting a profession that aligns with one's interest, attitude, values, and future goals. And also, choosing the right career path, it requires interest, skills, values, personality, and goals. So today's workshop is aimed to guide the students to know about their future in legal profession and the scope and dimensions in legal profession. But before starting the program, I would like to pay my sincere gratitude to the management of the university for giving their support and show their confidence with us. I am very thankful to Honorable VC Sir for his approval to conduct the program. I pay my sincere gratitude to former Justice and our Director Sir for blessing us and giving us their valuable time. I am also thankful to our Dean, Professor Dr. Vaibhav Goyal Bharti sir, for guiding us and to give an opportunity to conduct this program. I am so much thankful to our speakers. Those have given their time. They are our alumni also, and they have given their precious time with us. So now I would like to say regarding our director sir that director sir is an inspiration to all of us, and we are so fortunate to have a sir as our director who always direct us and correct us to do the things in a better direction. I welcome you, sir, and I invite you to give your blessings to us so we may conduct our this program in a better way. Thank you, sir.
Hello, Jai Hind everybody.
Jai
Am I
Hind.
audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay. So today, so first of all, welcome Dr. Bhavagul Bharti, who is the Dean and Principal of Subharti Law College. Respected Sarika Madam,
Jai Hind.
Associate Professor, who is conducting this program. The respected speakers and the students who have joining this event for the workshop. So this is a matter of really great pleasure that this workshop is being arranged regarding career counseling. This is important in the sense because the law students, when they reach in the final years of their law course, they are in a doldrum to what to do next, where they should go for practicing if they want to practice. So now there is a lot of scope in this branch. I have spent 39 years of my judicial career in judicial services. I tell you, this is really very, very interesting to be on the legal side and to practice or to become a judge or to become a lecturer in any law college. In our times, there was a very little scope because after passing the law, either we used to go for the competition or we will go for lectureship, or if we wanted to be on the practice, then there were only the civil courts, criminal courts, revenue courts, taxation, etc. But now there's a lot of scope. There are so many branches of law where you can go to practice as a lawyer. And one of them is the advertising lawyers. You may not be aware of this term, but and there are very few persons who are dealing in this type of litigation. This is actually product and service advertisements. So big companies they hire people for this purpose. The other one is administrative or regulatory attorneys. They deal with securities law, designing regulations. You can also opt for it. Then there is a branch admiralty and maritime lawyers. They address legal issues involving boats, ships, other water vessels, and offshore drilling. It's very fascinating. Very few people go there. That then the very, very upcoming branch is the arbitration, mediation, and dispute resolution. Then there are banking lawyers. They expertise in this law and they become very good lawyers for the banks, and banks hire them for all the legal purposes. Then there is a branch of compliance attorneys. This is related to company law, specialists. They work to ensure that companies and their employees obey the legal and regulations requirements. So this is also something very new, but you can practice in this side also. Then there are corporate laws. These lawyers work for law firms with commercial clients, a very lucrative branch. You can earn any money if you become successful in this branch. Then, as I told you earlier, criminal prosecution, defense lawyers. You can become education lawyer, expertise in education law. Then you can go for service law. There is a lot of litigation regarding the services. So there are so many branches now where you can opt for your career as an advocate. I will not take much of your time, and we have to listen to the speakers. They will be sharing not only their experience, but they will enlighten you regarding the career counseling, what you should do. I've given a brief description, but they will elaborate the subject with their wise words. So I hope that you will all succeed in the profession if you go to practice as a lawyer, and I wish you all the success in future. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your guidance and your blessings and the various aspects of the many kind of lawyers which you have told. And now I would like to call Mr. Hemant Shah. Hemant Shah. He is
Please.
an alumni of our college, and I would like to tell about him that he is a good orator from the beginning when he was in our college. So now it is our privilege that he has given his time to discuss about the various prospects regarding the legal profession and what can be the future of persons in a legal profession. So I invite Mr. Hemant Shah, who is working as a lawyer in Supreme Court and High Court. He deals with various kind of cases like related to the matters related to the constitutional importance, state election and government formation, wires of prevention of money laundering, and wires of Companies Act, and so many kind of other cases also. So he will discuss, he will explain his view regarding this, all these issues or the prospects in which the persons can join the legal profession. Welcome, Hemant. Welcome for
Thank you so
the.
much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Jai Hind to everybody. Before I proceed any further, at utmost respect at my command, I pay my respects to learned VC sir, the Dean Sri Vaibhav Bhartiya, and all my faculty members, because of whom I am where I am. In our earlier era, maybe during my grandfather times, there was a myth with respect to law profession. They used to say that if nothing else, then law. But today, the situation is completely different. Today, it's a galaxy out there, and law is one of the most sought after careers in the entire academic world. There are various opportunities which one can choose from after pursuing law. I broadly divide it into two categories. One could be litigation, where you argue matters, you appear in courts as a pleader, you draft petitions, and we all know what it's all about. Litigation can start right from the level of a district court, going to the High Court, and then Supreme Court. And there are multi diversional tribunals as well. We have tribunal for most of the laws, and these are bodies where also a lawyer can practice and make good money. Trust me, money is very important when it comes to litigation, but not in the earlier stages of litigation. If you are into litigation, you will have to devote your time, excel in the subject that you want to pursue litigation in, and then look after money. And the moment you reach that stage where money comes in, trust me, there's no looking back. Now, as far as the litigation is concerned, litigation can also be divided broadly into two categories. One side could be the public law, and the other side could be the private law. When we talk about public law, I mean that you can represent various municipal authorities, various municipal bodies, government bodies, and you can also be appointed as a legal counsel for some government bodies on their roles, on their panel, and also do your private practice, but keeping one thing in mind, that there should not be any conflict of interest with the body you are enrolled as a panelist or as a lawyer on their panel. And in private law, definitely you can have private clients who would come, engage you, keeping in mind the expertise that you have, and then you can defend them at various forums. Litigation, to personally to me, is very interesting. There is no day which is monotonous. Every day is a new day. Every day there's a new challenge. Every day you come across new people, you come across different forums, different tribunals, and there is a diversification even on the subject that you are studying or the subject in which you are pursuing your career in litigation. So I personally am thoroughly convinced that if it's a law as a career, and if you really want to face new challenges in life, litigation should be the go to path for everybody who passes law. There is no dearth of work. There's too much work for all the lawyers who are out there. But at the same time, you will have to keep yourself updated every time. You will have to keep yourself updated with the technology which is now evolving. Having said that, technology today plays a very, very important role as far as the career of law is concerned. I am sure most of us are aware about the significant changes when it comes to technology today with respect to law. There are online gaming websites, there are cyber frauds, there are artificial intelligent apps or softwares. Now, when the technology advances, the boon of the technology also travels along with it. It travels to an extent that before it can do some good to the society, there are some people who look for opportunities in this technology to dupe somebody by illegal means with their malafide intention. And with this comes a challenge to create a new law for such fraudsters who use technology as a weapon. And therefore, the technology and law goes hand in hand. You have cyber laws, which are very evolving. You have gaming laws. And trust me, gaming law is one such field which I have come across lately where the people are still learning. They are learning about the gaming laws since it's all new to everybody, and therefore a career in litigation and specializing in gaming laws is one of the wonderful opportunities. So that's about litigation. In litigation you can always look of challenging laws, their varies as far as their constitutional importance is concerned. There is also one aspect where you can only do a writ jurisdiction, and you can only go to the writ courts, do writs, which is again a very promising path and career. The second aspect of a law career could be a corporate job, a lawyer with a law firm and not with the litigation team. So every law firm is divided into various different segments. They have a litigation team. This team particularly looks only after the litigation. They have the real estate team, they have the IPR team, they have various other teams like the civil team, the corporate law team. And with every facet of life, whether it's a house, whether it's your job, whether it's your matrimonial life, for everything, you definitely need a lawyer, and God forbid. But at some point of time, a lawyer will definitely come into picture. As far as the job in a corporate firm is concerned, with due respect, I feel it's equally challenging. But at the same time, you don't get the opportunity to come to courts every day. You don't get the opportunity to see what actually or where actually is the law being framed. You have a very challenging job at your office. You burn grave midnight oil. You think about the subject, you write about the subject, you imply your mind, but you definitely miss on the litigation part of it, where you come to the court and see what is being argued. Although nowadays it's no more a challenge. You can sit at any point of place at any across the globe and watch the proceedings virtually. Our present Honorable Chief Justice of India is promoting the virtual courts. He's promoting the access to everybody with help of the technology. I would only say that the Indian legal sector has been multiplying. It's multiplying in its demand. It's multiplying in the job opportunities. But at the same time, it is also multiplying in the law graduates. We have law schools. So we have a supply of law graduates who pass every year. And therefore, to excel on this subject, you will have to have a great academic knowledge coupled with the practical knowledge which you would gain only during internships, or after you pass out, join some lawyer, some law firm as per your preference, work for them, learn the nitty gritties, learn what is the practical aspect of the profession, and then choose your career. If I am to suggest, and trust me, this is no counseling, I am just giving my advice with my practical knowledge that I had in the last 11 years. I feel that one should try everything during the internship period. This internship period is very, very, very important. You choose for yourself. You you pursue your internship with a law firm. See if you like that. See if that gives you a kick. You pursue your internship with a litigating lawyer, in maybe on the criminal side, maybe on the constitutional side, maybe on the civil side. And with every new internship, choose a different new field. And then you can decide that I felt comfortable, or I felt at command, or I felt happy, which is very, very important in this career. I felt happy during this internship period with the work that I was doing there. And the moment you realize that you identify that this is the place where I want to be, I'm sure there will be no confusion with you, because you would have by now, by then, learned that this is the perfect field for me. A legal career path is very significant, and you should be thankful to the institution. They have brought this subject, because as learned directors are already pointed out, we are all confused. We are all confused what to do. There are jobs there, there is growth there, but what if this is not the correct path that I am going to take, if this is not the correct field that I am going to take? And for all this, the answer is only one: test the water yourself. Then only you will know whether the water is hot, it's cold, it's for you, it's not for you. And this all can happen only during your internships. But I can vouch for one thing: that law as it stands today, and the career in law as it stands today, it has the ability to make a real difference in your personal life as well as your professional life. When I say personal life, I have seen people starting from the scratch and reaching the sky. I have seen people who have given everything to their career, and today they have made good for themselves. They have made a remarkable place in the society and as well as in the fraternity. They are known for their work. So there are numerous reasons why you should pursue law as a career. The law encompasses, various different fragmentations, and it's not just the corporate world and the litigation world. In every other corporates, and I'm not talking about corporate firms, I'm talking about the industries, I am talking about the corporate houses, the business houses. They all have a legal team. They all have a general counsel who then hires lawyers under him to work for them with different specialization. This is one aspect which you really need to think about. And this is again very interesting. You are working with law as a specialization, but at the same time, you are also knowing how the corporate world works, how the corporate world is very different than any other world. I mean, there is politics, there is challenges, there is ambition, there is zeal to achieve more. So all this is always there. So with the corporate world, you can have various factors together combined in one job and also pursue your career. Every house pays a very, very handsome amount to their general counsel and the legal team, because they know that their working, their business, their commercial wisdom depends on the lawyers. And it is dependent. If at all there is a challenge to the way they operate, if at all there is a challenge to the business that they run, they will be shut down. So the lawyers play a very, very important role. In fact, they are a pillar to the industry which is emerging, or the industry which is good. At the same time, they have taxations. Now, it's a, people think that when it comes to taxation, it's only the CAs or the company secretaries or the people from various accountancy field who looks after the taxation. To my mind, taxation again is a subject of law, because if we see how it evolved, evolved with every statute pertaining to tax. Now that is your job. you read, you get in deep with the subject, and then you may advise the chartered accountant. Obviously, he's a specialist on the subject, but you know how to use the statute, the act, the law in your favor and for your particular industry. That is how you can do taxation laws. Then there are real estate laws. The most important is a field. uh, I don't have much experience for it, but then at the same time I can tell you that there's something called international law. India is now changing. There is, they have welcomed foreign law firms. They have gone into globalization even as far as the law is concerned. So there are people coming in, there are foreign law firms which are coming in India, and at the same time you can also practice in international law. If there are people coming in even for commerce or for academics or for law, then there has to be treaties. Now, these treaties are drafted by experts on the subject. So, if you are good at international law, trust me, you can do wonders in your career, because the government itself looks for people who are or who have command over the subject in international law. The other aspect is intellectual property. Today, there is a change in the way people used to think. Earlier, if people used to have an idea, they used to share it with others because it was just an idea and it was never executed. Today, with the startups being promoted, the ideas have a significant value. They have a value in terms of money, they have a value in terms of commerce. So these ideas need to be protected. And there comes in the intellectual property. We can talk about trademarks, we can talk about copyrights, we can talk about patents, because patents is not just only for a developed or end product. Patent is also for an idea which is being executed but not commercialized. So there also lawyers are essential, and they need to protect the ideas that people gather over time, for that to be executed without there being a theft. So data theft, intellectual property theft is a very, very unfortunate, prevalent situation in our country. And to protect that, intellectual property law is a sought after career, a sought after field. Now, having said that, today you can also, so there are other facets, I mean, with constitutional courts like the High Courts of a state or the Honorable Supreme Court of India, you can have an opportunity there as well. Law, as I said, have been evolving. So even our judges, they also need people who can assist them with research in law. But I don't want to say about the burden that our justice system is suffering from. There is huge pendency of cases. There is lack of technology as of now, which is definitely evolving, which can help them in villages to maybe enable them to dispose the cases faster than they used to do in a traditional manner. So there you can have an opportunity, maybe as a law researcher. A law researcher is again with a judge. Now it can happen during your internship as well. You can be a LR, as they call it in Delhi at least. So you can be a law researcher. You can work with the chambers of a justice, a sitting justice of the High Court, and you can assist them in the complete manner in which he needs your assistance. The assistance could be in the form of pulling up judgments, checking the authority of the judgments in that particular manner where you are assisting, whether the law is settled or not, whether there are two views or not, and putting everything on a platter in form of your notes and everything, and then assisting the judge. Now, while you do that, you also see the court practice every day. You are technically not into litigation, but by doing the work of law research, you are seeing both sides of the world. You are seeing the bar and the bench together. So tomorrow, you may have a fair experience while you do your work as a law researcher to see if judiciary is meant for you. Then you can, after your graduation, you can pursue your career in judiciary. You can pursue the HJS, the PCSJ, and different fields, and you can go there. Then, in the same constitutional courts, you have something called, a clerkship. So clerkship is again with the sitting High Court and Supreme Court judges, where you do the scut work. Now, when I say the scut work, I mean the groundwork that you prepare for a honorable judge to deliver his or her judgments. See, they are all burdened with heavy pendency, so they need assistance. And there, you can make a difference. You can make a difference by preparing a brief, by preparing a note, by taking down the arguments at the time of the arguments, assisting the honorable judge in his application of mind to come up with a judgment in no time. If your assistance is perfect, then you can also make a difference in reducing the pendency. Now, being a judicial clerk with a sitting judge is a matter of great importance, because you will have to be confidential about what you converse with the judge. You will have to be confidential about the way the honorable judge is thinking, because these are two sides of a coin. If you are too vocal about it, then maybe people misuse the entire opinion of you giving to the judge, and may manipulate that. So that is one aspect that you will really need to be very careful about. Then you can pursue your career with lawyers. You can pursue your career with lawyers who are not designated as seniors, and you can also pursue your career with lawyers who are designated as seniors. Now, when you choose your career in an office of a senior designated lawyer, you will lose on drafting, because a senior designated lawyer is not into drafting, because he is not supposed to, or he is not allowed as per our Advocates Act to file wakalatnamas or attorneys in court. So there is no drafting work. People come up with their matter where everything is filed, or maybe before filing to take opinions. You have to prepare the brief the senior, who goes and argue, having complete faith on you that the research that you have done for his brief is appropriate for what he's arguing in court. So it all comes with responsibility. But if you join an office who has fair decent amount of work, you will also learn drafting. You will also learn the code crafts. You will learn how to manage your time. Managing time is again very important if it's litigation. So, as I've said again, and I'm sorry, maybe repeating this at the cost of reiteration, legal profession is the most respected professions known to the mankind. You can go to the pre-independence era and you pick up maybe any freedom fighter, somebody who has worked for independence, and I may not be wrong in saying that most of the people then would be from the field of law, or their background would be from law. Now, the economics, the polity, the societal norms, the profession, it has undergone a change, complete change. Today, the legal aspect is not just related, or not just confined to courts. It has reached and touched the human mankind in different worlds altogether. It is very unfortunate, it is sad, but even marriage today, so you must have learned already that it was a sacrament, but sadly so, today most of this dependency on our justice system is because of the matrimonial matters. The matrimonial law is again a law which is changing with every given day. So that is another field, another aspect where one can think of. So after your 10 plus 2, and if you are in a 3 year or a 5 year course, irrespective after graduation, of course, then you should definitely look for a career which, you know, which you have a passion about. So I want to say that law is not a career, it's a calling. And if it's not a calling, I'm sorry, it's not meant for you. You have to be passionate about the subject that you want to pursue your career in. If today you write good essays, if today you are good with your vocabulary, then maybe you are good for drafting. And every aspect of law, every corner of law is a gold mine. You can make money. You can even make money by serving with an NGO. Even NGOs need law. Even NGOs need people who are from law. So everything, in every corner, every part, even in day to day working of a human being, law is a very very important factor. You are not just protecting the right of the citizens, you are giving law a wider meaning today. So the again, I'm sorry, and I'll connect it back with the oversupply or maybe supply of the law graduates every year. So you have to stand differently. You have to stand differently right from your academics. From your academics, the moot courts, the debate competitions, and honestly, everything, every practical thing that you do, every skill set that you develop during your college will definitely help you in your future aspect as a career. And you need to have a capability to understand the subject. And if you have all your skills comprehensive in a place, I am sure there's no looking back, and you have a wonderful wonderful career in law. And that's all I have with me to dispel with you guys. Thank you so much, thank you everybody, and I wish you all the best in your future.
Thank you, Hemant. Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
valuable insight over the law field. You have connected very well with all the dimensions and all the opportunities which is under the law field. So I am very much grateful and thankful to you that you have guided our student and the participants regarding that how they can have an opportunity in various uh, various aspect of the law and the various dimensions of the law, there are many branches of the law like cyber law, intellectual property law, and ADR also, and so many fields are there, and they can have the money itself in the means much and more money in this profession. So they can have this profession, and they can enhance their skills and the things related to, like in present era there is a very much need required for the technical means the technical knowledge is so much required. So you have connected all the things related to the law. I'm so much thankful to you, Hemant.
Thank
And
you.
now we move towards our second speaker, Mr. Shechu. Mr. Tshechu, he is a practicing lawyer in second this legal firm, and he is a senior lawyer in that firm. And he is also, I'm very happy to see him that he is also an alumni, and he has given a time from his busy schedule to guide a student in the India and as well as in the other country also, like in Bhutan and other northeast student and others also. So I welcome you, Shechu, to
Hello,
give
madam.
valuable thought on this legal profession. Welcome.
Audible. Is it audible, madam?
Yes, audible.
Okay. A very good afternoon and namaskar to all. Jai Hind to everyone. So thank you, India, our big brother, and of course, my former university, the Sardar Patel Institute of Law, for inviting me here today.
Yes, Shechu, Mr.
Uh,
Shechu. Yes, I think.
Hello. Okay. Some internet fluctuation is here, madam, because of bad weather here.
Yes, yes.
So I'm very privileged and honored to be part of this event. So first of all, respected Honorable Dean Professor Dr. Vaibhav Gaul Bhatia, my former dean, very exemplary, energetic, and learned professor, sir, and former Justice of Allahabad High Court, Justice uh, Rajesh Chandra, professors, my senior, the former speaker, and my younger, upcoming, energetic lawyers. A very good afternoon. So first of all, let me introduce brief about myself. I did my BA LLB from the same university in the year 2012. After that, I did my PG course from our Royal Institute of Management, and I was the first ever Bhutanese lawyer who appeared the bar exam in Bhutan. I met through this exam, and now for the last 6.5 years, I've been practicing in various courts in Bhutan: Junka Court, uh, Dzongkha Court, High Court, and Supreme Court of Bhutan. So let me touch something about future in legal profession. For more and elaborated, where further explained by my other co-speakers, and more so, the valuable things, the important things were already touched by the justice and my senior advocate. Still then, I'll touch some key points. Number one, as a legal profession, as a saying, it's a noble profession during the olden days. Law as a service for all, as somebody totally picked out in the TED Talk show. So ultimately, the future of legal profession lies in the hand of those who are willingly to embrace change, innovate, and continuously learn. So being a very successful lawyer, one needs to be work very hard from the very beginning, from the very first year of those college days. So even in the world, for an example, the world top leaders, the powerful countries like United States of America, the 44th president of United States, Barack Obama, who is from the law background, and current president of US, Joe Biden, he's also from the law background, and the one and only, the running presidency and vice president of United States is a half Indian, Kamala Harris, is also from law background. See, even the world is all over ruling by the law background. So legal profession is a novel profession and is a very, very, very challenging profession in this era of world. So my dear younger brothers and sisters, one needs to very work very hard from the day one, like take part in debate, moot court competition, research, and other activities. One should not be left behind, and this will hamper you during your reality and during your future profession. So, further, the future in legal profession is a is my point of view, and further I have did some research from the Harvard Law School of Law. Privatization of justice. Now, through the alternative dispute of resolution mechanism, ADR, like conciliation, mediation, and counsel, in some cases may have to provide a quicker access to justice. If the justice or if the case may delay, as saying, delay of justice is denial of justice. So, through the means of alternative dispute resolution, one need to resolve the problem so that the parties will get the win-win solution. So this is one thing in the present era. And the use of new technologies, as rightly pointed out by my senior speaker, through artificial intelligence, AI, through means of website, use of social media, smart contract, e-contact, and one need to do business, need a law background so that there won't be any disputes in the near future. And business acumen as customer-centric approach, solid digital proficiency, good management skills, and openness towards innovation are mentioned as essential skills for the legal profession. So, being a legal profession or law background, one needs to have a plenty, a multiple of opportunities in the field of politics, in the field of business, corporate world, financial institution, even in the judiciary or justice sector. So there were plenty of opportunities. So in this regard, one need to work really hard, study very smartly, and keep on reading, writing, listening, watching in the matter of legal disputes. So the key advice here is number one, savor your relationships with mentors, but develop independence. So what I mean here is take part in multi activities, as I mentioned before, moot court, debate, and other quiz competition, researcher, speaker, and all, so that I'm very pretty sure that our university, especially the Sardar Patel Institute of Law faculty, keeps a immense uh, infrastructure, material, journals, plenty of facilities one need to develop, and one need to really equip yourself from the very beginning of your career, which means your career starts from the day one in the law college. As our for my dean come your dean, Dr. Vaibhav, he always used to concern both foreigner and Indian as well. One day during my third year, our prof
Yes, Shetshu.
oh, sorry, madam. Some internet fluctuation is here. Sorry. Intellectual property law was taught, and during the our semester exam result, I happened to meet him. He said, "How much you scored in this subject?" I said, "I scored 75." Oh, coming from far away from Bhutan to India, and scoring this much is not enough. You need to score above 80. Then from that day onwards, I keep on studying, researching, and taking part in so many activities. And now where I am today, it's all because of my Subharti Institute of Law, family, and the management team. So I'm truly grateful and honored in this regard. And secondly, understand that the law is a business and always be organized and prepared. Should be teamwork, prepared in any form, no matter how the situation arose, how the things may go wrong. But keep on arguing, keep on researching, keep on studying, and get involved with professional groups and associations. So don't be afraid to jump and gain experience. So experience matters, and give yourself grace. So in this way, right after my final examination and way back to Bhutan, I took part in International Young Lawyers Multi Competition on IPR, intellectual property rights, at Bangalore Ground Palace in Karnataka. So I stood in fourth position, though India stood the first and the foremost position. Still, then I tried my best. It's all because of the product of my law family and my own effort and my friends who shared our views, our texts, journals, and other resources. So being a lawyer, one need to work very hard from the day one and research on various topics, issues. Now, see, the world is evolving. Even the war between Ukraine and Russia never ending. Though there is a very concrete substantive international law, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, as my senior already mentioned about the international dispute and international laws. But then who cares? See, though our big brother, our India government and the Modi government and the president, prime ministership, he trying to negotiate, trying to resolve the issue. But then see, the issue arose because of boundary dispute, because of religious, because of other political issues. So my honest and my foremost request to my young lawyers is to specialize in every subject, no matter how long it will take, no matter how older you grow, but keep on studying, keep on researching, keep on writing. So, for an example, in 20 and 23, I took part in National Council election from my district. So I stood in second rank. So everybody, though I didn't make through this election, but I win the heart of people of my community, being a lawyer. So everybody knows that lawyer will resolve everything. Lawyer will know the law, consequences, futuristic. They will know the futuristic because, for an example, here in Bhutan, we don't have a limitation act in Bhutan. In this regard, there were multiples of cases. Even our big brothers, people who do business here in Bhutan, they were suffering with these issues because of law of limitation. Not yet uh, discussed in the parliamentary. So in this regard, I, as a Bhutanese citizen, took part in the election, taking the risks to make some changes because everything will be changed through the means of law and order and rules and regulation. So, my dear younger brothers and sisters, do study, research, take anything, every part, so that your future will be very bright, wonderful, and as my senior already mentioned, then lawyer's profession is a noble profession with lots of money. Though our country is very small, the population is around 7 lakhs and plus. But then, here we are suffering, we are shortage with the lawyers. So, in my case, I'm doing all round of cases like matrimonial, monetary, criminal case, and other IPR. In current, in my hand, I have more than 20 cases. That's why, with so much of cases, shortage of lawyers, which means there were the number of cases is very high. The cases between the families, inheritance, property, and the boundary disputes, and the contractual issues. Therefore, I would like to say that keep studying. So the day one, go ahead with your research and other seminar, workshops, and so on. So thank you so much. Thought of speaking more, but then these days I'm not feeling well, suffering from throat pain and headache. So lastly, thank you so much, my former professor who taught us CCPC and CPC, me and my batchmates. So thank you so much, Madam Sarikatagi and
Thank
management.
you.
And most importantly, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our Subharti Vice Chancellor and the team who has been organizing such a wonderful event. So hopefully hoping in the future as well. Thank you so much. Have a good day and see you.
Thank you, Tshechu. Thank you, Mr. Tshechu, for sharing your experience of legal profession. And I know that you told me that you are suffering with the throat problem, and but you promised me that you will give your best and you will join us because you feel very happy when I call you that give some time to your juniors or your legal like students. Those are those have joined this legal profession. So and you accepted my invitation and join us. So I am very thankful to you. Thank you, Mr. Shechu. And now I would like to call a person who always says that मैं तो विधि का छात्र हूँ and I am learning the law at every stage of life. Sir is having a versatile personality in every point of academics and administrative work. Under whose guidance Subharti Law College is getting high day by day. So now I would like to call our Dean Sir, Professor Dr. Vaibhav Goyal Bharti Sir. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, madam. At the outset, I am thankful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, our Director, Justice Rajesh Chandra sir, and our both the learned speakers for this wonderful event. And when we are talking about unlocking our career or unlocking the legal path, the point is when we are in law profession or we are a student of law, we are the part of the legal academia. We are not in a position to understand where we will go, where we will not go, and how we have to proceed. So these are the factors which are essentially to be taken care of at the time of learning law. So my point of concentration, I was listening the experience sharing by Mr. Hemant Shah and the experience sharing by Mr. Tshechu. And I observed they have touched almost all the dimensions in all the directions which are possible in the area of law. But the point which I would like to stress and which I would like to repeat, which is most important point in the life of a lawyer, or I can say in the life of every successful individual, that is how much passionate you are. If you are enjoying your life, if you are enjoying any act of your life, if you are enjoying your profession as a passion, then I'm sure there will be no problem. If you are happy in your profession, if you are happily, pursuing your internship, pursuing your academics, your classes, and your subjects, then sky is the limit. The two worthy scholars who have shared their experience for the purpose of career, I found them very meticulous at the time when they were in the college. I would like to share about Hemant Shah. I found him versatile in academics as well as in all the extracurricular activities. He was the student during his student life. He was the first, or I can say, who was the icebreaker to participate uh, in the while participation in Henry 2 minute moot court competition. And I found him active at every part and every activity of the institution. And I am observing that he is doing good in High Court and Supreme Court in Delhi. It is not like that only in Delhi. I observed and I am aware that he is also taking cases from the Kolkata High Court. So students like Tshechu and Hemant, if they are excelling and they are doing excellent in their life, then credit goes to their hard commitment. Credit goes to their passion towards their profession, towards their learning. And I would like to say, as a take-home message for all the audience, all the students, and all the participants, whatever you want to do, enjoy your work. Never take it as a burden. Never go behind money. Money will automatically come behind you. If you will go behind money, then you cannot enjoy your life. You cannot enjoy your work. If you will enjoy your work, money will come to you automatically, and that much money will come to you that you will not be in a position to uh, to have it in your to hold it in your hands. It will be beyond that. So I'm thankful to Dr. Sarika Tyagi, who has holded this session and invited me for my word of wisdom. I'm thankful to you, and more specifically, I would like to give my wishes to Mr. Shechu and Mr. Advocate, rather Advocate Shechu and Advocate Hemant Shah, as they are contributing. And every time I found them standing behind the institution, whenever we need them, they I found them stood beside me, and I'm thankful to them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now it is a time to give formal vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to pay my heartfelt thanks to the management of the university and the Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, for providing us this opportunity. Thank you. Thank you all. I am very thankful to Director of our Law College, Justice Rajesh Chandra, sir, for joining us and giving his valuable time for this event. Thank you, sir. I am also thankful to the Dean Faculty of Law as he was having some official assignment also, but even after he joined us and guided us on every step of the event, and without whose support this event could not be possible. So thank you, sir. Now, this thank you is a small word to give the thanks to the speakers of the program. Those have given their valuable time. Even they were busy in their schedule. They were having many litigations today, but they promised me and joined me. So I am very much thankful to our speakers, Mr. Hemant Shah and Mr. Tshechu, for joining us and giving their valuable experience to our students. Thank you to both of you. Thank you so much. I am thankful to my whole staff for their support. I am thankful to the technical team of our university for recording this lecture and recording this event. They have given their too much support for this event. Thank you all. And at last, I thanks to Almighty who provide me this day, without whose blessings nothing is possible. So once again, at last, I would like to pay my thanks to all. Thank you so much, and Jai Hind to all.